Today, today our topic is strength of materials. SOM, that is strength of materials, and we can call this subject as solid mechanics or mechanics of materials, mechanics of deformable bodies or materials. So, once look at these pictures. Here is the car that is in condition 1. It is condition 2. By it was gone through some accident. When we are looking at the structure of this, we are finding some cracks on this structure. Somewhat it is damaged, and it is the second picture. Here you are observing rigid body, means a body which shape is not changes. And here you are observing this. This is called resistant body. When you are observing this reservoir is filled with a lot of water, so some damages are happening. There will be chances it will be collapsible. For that purpose, some actions are taking against to not to collapse. Why am I telling about this means, we know mechanics mechanics. It is the oldest physical science that deals with both moving and stationary bodies influenced by the force. This is called mechanics. So here bodies might be rigid and deformable. Rigid body means which won't changes under any condition. So, or we can simply say dimension of that body won't be changes. For example, I have I have an object of rod like this. So this is the cross sectional of this part, and apply force P on both sides. This is length of this object L, and its diameter is D. Right? You got it. Okay. So by applying the force P, L won't change. That is constant, and diameter is also not changing. It's also constant. ID, there is no rigid body. Ideally, we will consider as rigid body only. Ideal case only. If we see about deformable body means by applying load P, this length will changes. That is L not constant. Not constant. And diameter is also not constant. Not constant. It will changes. This is deformed body. Resistant body means A body which shows rigid behavior up to certain amount of external load. But after crossing that certain amount of external load, it dimensions or shape changes. So these are called resistant bodies. For example, for this resistant body, here is the reservoir. Yeah, okay, you got it. Here is the water flow. So it has certain limit to afford this water. When it crosses that limit, automatically it will be collapsible. This is what we are looking at these pictures, right? Uh, So by the definition of this, a body which shows rigid behavior up to certain amount of rigid behavior up to certain amount of external load. And practically resist bodies are exist. This is the example for that. And fluids are not resistant bodies. Those are continuously changes by applying small amount of shear force also. And what is the purpose of strength of materials? Why we are studying strength of materials means by studying this, you can find the definition of strength of material is strength of material is the study of internal resistant forces developed during the elastic deformation of body when subjected to external loads. For example, okay, okay, now we can write once we will write that why we are studying the strength of materials. So SOM, it is the study of the internal what's the purpose of strength of materialism? It is the study of internal resistance forces developed during the elastic deformation of body when subjected to external loads. First, we will understand what is elastic deformation first. We will already discussed about what is the meaning of deformation. Elastic deformation is deformation within elastic limit is very small, and we can also it negligible, and it is also negligible. For example, mm, here is my material, and we are applying load like this. So when we are applying load, it will bend it like this, and it is delta is the deformation, deviates. But delta is very negligible, so we can neglect it. It is very less, very less. We can also neglect it. So this is called elastic limit. This is called elastic deformation. We applied in that load. This will reaches like this, and the delta is very large. It is not recoverable. It is very large, and it is not recoverable. Okay, right? So strength of materials, it is the study of internal forces. Means once we will see the definition. It is the study of internal resistance, internal resistant forces developed during the elastic deformation of body when subjected to external loads. So see this. When I applying external load, we are studying the internal resistance. Means internal resistant forces, the forces which opposes the external load. These are called internal resistant forces of the body. How they are behaving, how it is coming, with the what strength these are opposing. We will study in strength of materials. So the use of strength of material is to find the internal resistance forces are against the external load. Basic assumptions for this subject is basic assumptions.